Hey everybody, and welcome to the Malix Minute, starring the Markley brothers, Alex, Gabriel, and Peter as Malix,
Linus,
and Snufflefungus,
and featuring Susie Markley as Mara.
What have you gotten me into?
woe and despair.
It's gonna be so much fun!
Now, Snufflefungus, turn that dial.
Okay!
And press that button.
Got it!
Now turn the dial again.
But, Linus, I already turned it!
It's not turned enough. Turn the dial more.
Linus, please, I'm the scientist here.
Why do you get to be the scientist? I want to be the scientist.
Because you're a laptop. Everybody knows laptops can't be scientists. Besides, the dial only needs to be turned one time.
Fine, but I get to press the big button.
Okay.
Great.
Hey, what's wrong with the electricity?
What have we done?
I don't know.
Let's go upstairs and pretend like nothing happened.
Okay.
There you guys are.
Hi, Malix.
I was just trying to string the Christmas lights when something weird happened to the electricity.
Let's just overlook for a moment how incredibly pathetic it is that you're stringing lights on Christmas Eve and get right to the heart of the problem. Malix, you just seem to attract weird problems. Why is that?
What's wrong with the electricity, Malix?
Well, at first it looked like a brownout, then it started surging. Lots of stuff exploded. Again.
But why?
Well, I don't know. It almost looks like the alternating current is shifting in and out of phase.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
Well, Linus, obviously the AC lines being out of phase would cause erratic spikes and drops in the current. This could only be caused by the waves of temporal distortion ripping through our fair Ohioville.
Don't you talk to me like you know things! I know you don't know things!
Actually, he's right. At least, he was right up until the part about the temporal distortion. Several other things would be much more likely culprits.
We made this happen! In the lab, just now!
Hey! We were gonna pretend like nothing happened!
But I'm bored with playing pretend. I want to play Mad Scientist again.
This is horrifying news! What have you done?
Malix, please! We were only trying to find Santa.
But why? Last time we saw Santa, he was trying to steal an experimental weapons-grade white hole for some nefarious purpose. The only thing that finally stopped him was when he himself fell into the white hole.
So?
He tried to kill me by sitting on me.
What's your point?
So why were you trying to find bad Santa?
Well, duh, I wanted to ask him for this awesome robot body for Christmas. It has the strength of 10 men.
I don't know why I put up with you.
Malix, Mara is going to call us. On the phone.
Hi, Mara. That's a neat trick with the telepathy between you and Snuffy.
There's no time for pleasantries, Malix. Something bad has happened.
Mara! Will you just put your personality on hold for 1 minute and tell us what you're so upset about?
You are so bad!
I'm sorry about Linus, Mara. Please continue.
Something evil just appeared in town square.
What do you mean, appeared?
I don't know, but it's bad. Will you meet me down there?
Sure.
I'll bring cookies.
Malix, I'm over here.
Oh no. How could this happen?
Wow, Santa is bigger than I remembered.
He's climbing that building. Yay!
Snufflefungus?
Rick Stone! I don't remember you at all.
Then how did you know my name?
You offered me ice cream, and strangers always have good ice cream. So I followed you around and answered a lot of questions. Then I went home.
That was an interview, Snuffy. It wasn't nearly as creepy as you just made it sound.
I remember that interview. Aren't you a reporter for that tabloid rag?
I'm a reporter for the Weekly Impulse.
Reporter.
No matter where I go, I always have to say this. It's not a rag, it's a weekly newspaper that specializes in the bizarre.
Then you should love Ohioville.
Why do you smell like a bog?
Because I was in a bog. I was investigating reports of a species of deadly alligator people that lives in the Everglades. I don't know what happened.
You encountered an unstable bubble of space-time distortion which shifted and relocated you here, to Ohioville.
Your pocket sounds like a woman.
Oh, hang on. That's coming from my PDA. Everyone, this is Iris, the Weekly Impulse's sentient computer system.
Hi, Iris. Hi. I'm Snuffy. This is Malix. That's Mara. And Linus is our computer.
Greetings.
So, we do have a crisis at hand.
I know. As soon as I landed here, my Santa proximity alarm went off.
That is one of my 5,350 primary functions.
You have an alarm that goes off when you get too close to Santa?
Yes?
Well, your alarm would be due to that roaring red beast clinging to the top of the tower over there.
I see him. What is he throwing?
Those are boulders of stale gingerbread. It makes an excellent projectile.
Incoming!
Guys, what are we going to do? I'm telling you, there is evil here. Any moment he's going to run out of stale gingerbread. And then what? Then what?
What I want to know is how did Santa escape his eternal prison?
We must have weakened it.
What aren't you guys telling me?
We built a mathematical model of the white hole and discovered that Santa was too fat to get flung back in time. His increased mass resulted in a persistent closed loop of space-time, like a Mobius strip.
An eternal prison, but that doesn't explain how you weakened it.
I told you, I wanted to make sure my Christmas wish list was delivered, but we just keep going over and over my mistakes. Can't you see I'm too beautiful for these petty squabbles?
Your computer is not functioning. Does it need an antivirus scan?
We already did that a few weeks ago. It didn't help.
Guys, what are we going to do?
Santa must have been gathering energy from the white hole during his entire imprisonment. He must be somehow using that energy to leave his weakened prison walls. But how can we use that to our advantage?
I think I know how to deal with this.
Come on, I love the persona, I really do. But first you have a Santa proximity alarm and now you somehow know how to stop him? I really have to ask, how would a journalist like you know anything about Santa?
A fair question. As you know, Santa Claus has held the world in thrall for centuries.
No kidding. Every Christmas, half of the world devotes hours and hours worshiping at the altar of Santa. They put up decorations and sing songs about him. They dress like him. They tell their children lies about him. I got it.
Right. Well, we at the Weekly Impulse...
You mean you at the Weekly Impulse?
We at the Weekly Impulse have been tracking Santa's movements for a long time. And let me tell you, it hasn't been pretty. Iris, can you read the Santa-related headlines from the Weekly Impulse archive?
Acknowledged. Santa masterminds child labor camp. Santa plans reducing world to lump of coal. Santa's operation causes global warming. Santa survives yet another assassination attempt.
I think we get the picture.
My research seems to indicate that he's had a hand in almost every major disaster for the last 400 years. He has nearly infinite resources and is apparently indestructible. And now he's returned to cry havoc and let loose the reindeer of war.
Not yet, though. He's still just throwing stuff.
Bah! He's horrifying, I'll give you that. But 400 years of terror, I just don't buy it.
Shockingly, I'm with Linus on this one.
Believe me, I've seen what he can do firsthand. It was 4 years ago, around Christmas Eve. My sources had told me that Santa had developed some new weapon, a sort of heat ray that disintegrates people and turns them into black lumps of carbon.
Not coal.
Yes, Mara, coal.
That seems like the sort of thing Santa would do.
That Christmas Eve, Santa led his army against the island nation of Walendo. I rushed to get there ahead of him because I knew it'd be a great story, as well as a chance to stop Santa before he did any more harm. But when I got there, I was all alone against Santa's army. I couldn't do anything to stop them. There were too many. I managed to get a few people into a boat where they could sail to safety, but in the end, the entire nation was wiped out. 10,000 people, all turned into lumps of coal.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of words you just said.
I had to get the whole story, so I confronted Santa himself. He said I had been naughty, and then he tried to turn me into a charcoal briquette. There was nowhere to run, so I went on the offensive.
What did you do?
I shot him.
You must have missed. I'll direct your attention again to the grotesque Santa-shaped monster terrorizing the city.
I didn't miss. My bullets were completely ineffective.
How did you survive the encounter?
The building we were in was very badly damaged. The floor gave way underneath me and I fell into a parking structure below. I hit my head and lost consciousness. By the time I woke up, Santa had left.
So he never turned you into coal.
I failed so miserably that day. It haunted me. I threw myself completely into researching how to defeat Santa. And I think I have it figured out.
Well, care to tell us before we get hit by a giant cookie boulder?
Santa's mind is, shall we say, special. He's not a human being, as you can imagine, and most of his functions are actively coordinated by what little higher brain function he has.
That must be how he's channeling the energy from the white hole.
Now this is where things get complicated. According to my research, Santa's brain can only process so much stimuli at once before his other functions begin to be impaired. If we can flood his brain with two conflicting emotions simultaneously, followed by a physical assault, his brain will seize up trying to deal with all the stimuli.
That's not a tall order at all.
Is it still too tall of an order if it saves the world?
I don't think so.
All right, we can do this, guys. Happiness and anger are conflicting, right? I know two people who are great at making others really happy and really angry, respectively.
Oh, Linus, I bet that's us.
Bah! Of course it is.
That takes care of the conflicting emotions, but how do we physically assault him?
Iris, how close are the Weekly Impulse offices?
You don't want to know.
Any chance of retrieving any weapons from there?
No.
Blast!
Snuffy, what about your lab? Is there anything dangerous in there?
Yes, I think so. Maybe.
Oh no, Santa noticed us. He's coming this way.
Quick, Mara and Snuffy, go back to the house and get whatever seems dangerous out of Snuffy's lab. Hurry back!
Okay!
Here he comes.
Rick, what are you doing with a pad and pencil?
We can stall Santa with an interview. I can get the next big scoop for the Weekly Impulse.
Oh ho ho! Behold, Santa is Santa!
Santa, what an unpleasant surprise to see you again.
Wow, I forgot what a moron you sound like.
Santa remembers Malix. Malix trapped Santa for years in prison made of space.
That's too bad. So, Santa.
Ho ho ho! Santa enjoys recycling. Santa will go all recycling on Malix and his tiny friends.
Recycling?
Santa said the wrong word again. Santa means retribution when Santa says recycling.
That doesn't fit either, but okay.
Santa, I have a few questions. I'm writing an article about your comeback.
Oh ho ho! Rick Stone! Santa has a list of nice children, Santa has a list of naughty children, and Santa has a special list of children that escaped from Santa's clutches. Rick Stone, guess which list Rick Stone is on?
I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this.
You may all wish to move.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's pretty useful.
Ho ho ho! Run from Santa, cowards! Santa enjoys the hunt!
So stalling didn't work.
It was worth a try.
There you guys are. We're back.
That was weirdly fast.
What did you bring?
Do not hide from Santa! Hiding from Santa is naughty!
We couldn't carry everything.
We brought something called a long-range shish kebab device, also known as a fire crossbow.
I had no idea cooking could be so dangerous.
There's also this thing called a corncob shredder 2.0.
I added a nuclear function, but it's not stable.
Oh boy.
Okay, I hope this is enough.
I've always got my pistol.
Good, we'll need it. Linus, Snuffy, Santa is already pretty mad. I just need you two to go in and make the emotional contradiction worse.
We'll get into position and fire off a volley as soon as his confusion starts approaching critical mass.
I cannot accurately estimate when that will be.
We'll just have to guess.
You just need to know when his emotional framework starts to collapse? I can use my telepathy to find out.
Are you sure? Santa's mind is an ugly, dangerous place. You might—
Good girl, you can do it.
Let's just do this already. All this exposition is boring.
Okay, here he comes.
Be careful.
Hi, Santa!
Oh ho ho! Snufflefungus! Santa is glad to see you again. Now Santa can punish you forever!
It's so great to have you back, Santa. Christmas just wasn't the same without you.
But Santa is happy to hear that.
Well, I'm not, Butterbum. I can't believe you have the nerve to show your ugly, whiskery, bulbous face around here again.
Linus makes Santa angry.
Good. Embrace the hate. Join me on the dark side. Oh, wait. That's not right.
Santa, you're so special. The way you laugh is special. The way you punish humanity is special. And your plans for world domination are so special.
Santa is happy and angry. Santa is besmirched.
You never say the right words. It's like the lottery or something in your moth-eaten brain.
But that's okay, because Santa, you're as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as ever this good old city has known, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world.
Santa, you scare babies.
And children love you.
And you're a lying abomination.
And your abominable lies bring joy and horror to everyone.
Santa's brain is full of happiness and anger.
Mara, anything yet?
His mind, it's so dark and minty.
Santa the candy trouble late season bulbs, recycling cat, undone overcoal ambivalence.
Linus and Snufflefungus are in danger. You must abort this mission.
Mara!
Now! Now! We need to launch our volley now!
Snuffy, Linus, get out of there!
This is for Walendo, you horrifying red sadist.
What in the world?
All that's left is his beard.
Did we kill him?
I don't think so. It looked to me like he just vanished.
Once his brain seized up, he must have snapped back into his prison.
Great. Once again, all I have is the story and Santa's beard.
And nobody will believe the story.
They never do.
Hey, I just remembered something.
What's that, Snuffy?
It's Christmas Eve.
So it is, Snufflefungus. So it is.
Let's go back home and have lots of hot chocolate, hang up our stockings, and sing Christmas carols.
Ha ha ha. That sounds like a horrible idea.
Rick, would you like to come along? You could spend Christmas with us.
Sure, I'm in no hurry to get back to that bog.
Can Mara come along too?
Of course, Snufflefungus.
You know, I have a good feeling about this Christmas. I mean, if we get this kind of catastrophe on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day has to be peaceful, right? Today's episode is copyright 2010 by the Malix Media Network, LLC. Please visit us online at marklybros.com for production credits, extras, and hours of free entertainment. God bless and have a great day.
Quick, we need more sandbags!
In a minute! I'm trying to plot a course through these new doom walls!
20 seconds to core breach.
What a scoop! I should just live here!
Mara, don't look so sad.
But I thought Christmas would be peaceful.